Greetings, YouTube. Eston here with the SV Box Channel. Today we're going to take a look at the third iteration of the Battle Arena decks that have been coming out throughout the years. This time it is Keldeo versus Rayquaza. This one is pretty decent. I'd say is by far the best box set you can buy if you're just starting out in the trading card game, or if you just want to get some really good staples to build yourself another deck without having to basically break the bank. Reason being is that each one of these box sets is going to come with 2 VS Seekers. You're getting 4 Ultra Balls, and you are also getting 2 promo Karen cards, which you won't be able to get outside of this, other than outside of this box set. And the interesting thing about the Karen cards is that, unlike the Lysander's Trump card, which basically was banned from play and basically takes a discard pile, you basically shuffle it all back into your deck, this one only does it for Pokemon that are in your discard pile. So, Night March, Vespiquen, and the Despair Ray from Mega Gardevoir in Steam Siege, it'll be a good counter to that. So, I would say this runs about $30, and you probably want to buy 2 of them, and that will give you a full set of VS Seekers. And also, just going over the card list in the back here, it'll easily pay for itself. So, you'll have, if you buy 2 of these, you'll have 4 of each of the EXs and 4 of each of the staple trainer cards as well. So I would definitely highly recommend, if you haven't took a look, and it basically just came out this week though. So mixes the past 2 that they've released in the the Xerneas, Yuvidal. They had the Trevor was the promo card in that one, and then followed up with the Mewtwo Darkrai, which didn't have any promo unique to that set. This one basically takes the best of both worlds, and you get promo cards just for just found in this set, as well as the EX cards. So they keep improving upon them, and that's why I highly recommend this. So let's cut to the chase, and I'll open this up and we'll take a closer look at all the contents. And we're back. Let's go and take a closer look at, we'll start with the coins here. Each one will come with 2 different coins for each one of the theme decks. Essentially, you basically get enough to fight one-on-one. So if you're just starting out, this gives you everything just to start with 2 players even. So another reason why I'd highly recommend that. So you basically have Rayquaza, and they have Blastoise. I'm sure they didn't have a Keldeo coin easily available, so that's why you get a Blastoise. Regardless, they're both really nice coins, blue and green, so each one match the theme deck. Looking, and you basically get your little counter, damage counters, and then your poison, paralyzation, and flip for. And I'd say if you get into the game, you probably want to buy Elite Trainer box so you can actually use a dice set that's commonly used at tournaments. This is just for like casual play. I don't believe that you'll be able to use those at tournaments. And then you get a nice little insert that goes over some of the deck strategy and information regarding these sets. On each side, each one has a little blurb about each one of the set's strengths and weaknesses. And you also get a play mat, I believe, that lets you go and you have a huge play mat here. I don't know how much I want to open up of this. As I rip it and destroy it. So a huge play mat, essentially. I'll take a look at that later. And then here we go. We have we'll start with the Keldeo box. Let's just go open it up and go and thumb through these cards quick. Good thing to note is you're basically getting quite a few foil cards in each one of these sets too, so let's go and mix this in with the other Keldeo. So here's all of your foil energy that you start with in here. You get your 2 Keldeo EXs that have really good damage attacks on it with the Secret Sword, since this is doing water energy. You'll typically, because you're going to be running 3 of these energy on here, you're going to be doing 60 plus 50, so you'll be doing 110 with that attack. and then a free Russian, which allows you to swap it with your active Pokemon, so a free switch off of that. Going back through these, you got more of your energy cards. Here's that fabled VS Seeker that runs about $8 to $12. It's $8 at this time, but it fluctuates. That's going to help pay for the entire set, about half of it. You get your Ultra Balls. Another interesting thing to note as well is that these are effectively just reprints. So as of now, this is viable and expanded, but not in the standard format, so you can't use this in any standard sanctioned tournaments. But basically Black and White on for expanded, you can use these in. You get your Tierno, Teammates, Superior Energy Retrieval from Plasma Freeze, Skyla, Shauna, and then Rough Seas. That'll be nice for healing damage. These are pretty common in some of the like Manaphy type decks and stuff like that, Greninja. Rare Candies, Professor Letters, Professor Sycamore, that's a really good card that they included. We have an N in here. Black and White promo as well. That was a nice touch that they added this one rather than the reprint that we had in, I think, Fates Collide or Breakpoint. Lysander. Oh, and here's the Karen with her Umbreon. This is the really cool promo card that they put in the set. Each player shuffles all Pokemon in his or her discard pile into his or her deck. Basically the bane of existence for Night March, Vespiquen, and then in some cases the Gardevoir with Despair Ray. Most likely they'll have some kind of recycle thing going on with that, with revives, but it'll shut down for sure the Vespiquen and Night March decks, as they'll be using Battle Compressors, which I think we should be getting to here shortly. Escape Rope, Dive Ball, Bianca, and Archie's Ace in the Hole, which will let you grab a water Pokemon from your discard pile if this is the last one in your hand. Then you got some anti-EX stuff going on here. You get to draw extra prize cards if Articuno could knock out with that ancient trait there. Lapras, Remoraid, Octillery. A lot of people have replaced this with like a cheaper version of Shaman, so it's nice that you can get this as well, so you can basically draw cards when you have this out of your deck, or out of your deck onto your bench. Feebas and Milotic. That's pretty good. It has like a switch effect on that for your opponent. Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise. A lot of old throwback cards in this one, so that's effectively the Keldeo set. I'd say really strong. I believe we'll see the Battle Compressors in the Rayquaza deck here. This one will have a little bit more variance with the energy. So let's mix that up and put it back with the other Rayquaza. Get your foil energy right off the bat here. Your Rayquaza EX. Taking a look at that. Nice cheap attack. It's not going to be like one of those more crazy dragon ones where you need like 4 on it. So discard all fire energy or all basic electric energy, and it does 60 times. So you can basically do 120. So 10 more, but still, each one has decent EXs. I'm happy I have this one, even with my large set that I have of cards already. So fire energy, another VS Seeker, awesome. 2 Ultra Balls, Tierno, Switch, that's pretty useful as well. Skyla, Sky Arrow Bridge, so cheaper retreat cost. Seeing as the water deck has some pretty nice effects for retreating, this one has to use stadiums for that. Shauna, Professor's Letter, Professor Sycamores, that's good. Fan Club, then you have N, a Lysander, that's really nice. Level Ball, the other Karen, so you basically will have 2 total, which is really awesome. Float Stones for that free retreat. And Battle Compressors, this is the other part. If you get 2 of these, you can have 4 Battle Compressors. You combine that, it's basically allowing you can grab like 3 different support cards from your deck, and then what you can do is reference and use your VS Seekers to basically have like a wild support card in your hand when you have VS Seeker in your hand. So, or you can just grab anything else that you really need to have out on your bench. You combine that with Revive and other things. So there you have AZ, Victini. Really nice reprints of the cards that they included from the various sets, like Noble Victories, Dragons Exalted, Boundaries Crossed, all kinds of really good reprints, and then Legendary Treasures reprints of those sets I basically named off: Zekrom, Zapdos, Dedenne, Pikachu's, lots of Pikachu's. Raichu's, they're really nice that they decided to use the Circle Circuit Raichu on this one. That's probably one of the best Raichus to use for that. Tynamo, and Electric. That's nice. They did an excellent job putting and combining these cards into usable decks. So let me go and zoom out here, and we'll take a look at the playmat like I mentioned before. And here we have it. It's kind of upside down, but here's the Rayquaza side. And like I said, they gave you everything you needed to do everything to play the game for 2 players. So again, I highly recommend, if you haven't already, to purchase one of these. It also comes with a code card that will unlock the decks and the promos that it comes with online if you play the trading card game online like I do. So I think that is it, other than the really cool boxes that they give you for holding your decks in. It'll contain everything, unless you put card sleeves on, which I will be doing, and you can just hold on to the boxes for other uses or just for collecting sake. So I want to say thanks for watching. It's a little bit longer video than usual, and I hope that you learned some good things off this. And if you buy one, let me know how well it works in the comments. And until next time, take care, and thank you so much for watching.